That is just my frozen puff pastry, which I thawed and cut each one into fourths. I have some Boursin cheese. We're just going to add a dollop of that onto each one of our puff pastries, just like that. Just add a scoop on there. I have some rotisserie chicken that I just chopped into small pieces. I'm gonna add a spoonful of that right on top of that Boursin cheese. Just about a tablespoon's worth on each one of these. I've got some fresh rosemary and some fresh thyme. And I'm just gonna sprinkle a little bit right on top of our rotisserie chicken. Do the rosemary first. Okay, I'm gonna do the same thing with that thyme, just right on top, just a little bit. I've got some mushrooms that I sauteed, and I sauteed them with just a little bit of garlic. I'm gonna place just a couple pieces right on top of those fresh herbs. I've got my egg wash. I'm just gonna take my pastry brush and just brush right around the edges of that puff pastry. Just get a nice amount all the way around. I have my egg wash around each of them, so I'm going to pull those corners up so that they meet in the center, and then press each of those seams so we can have that completely sealed up, just like that, super easy. I'm gonna do the same thing with the rest of these. Last one, just bring those corners up, meet in the center, and pinch until it is sealed. I set those little chicken Wellingtons on my sheet pan with some parchment paper, and I'm just taking the rest of that egg wash and I am brushing each of these with that. You don't have to do that if you don't want to, but I think it makes them look so pretty. So I definitely like to do that. One last thing before we put this in the oven. I've got some flaky salt, and I'm just gonna sprinkle just a tiny bit on top. I love the extra flavor that gives to this puff pastry. I have my oven set at 400 degrees. This is only gonna take about 10 minutes or until that puff pastry is nice and golden. The little chicken Wellingtons are done. They're so nice and golden and came together so fast. I just have a little bit of some chopped parsley, and I'm just gonna add a bit to each one. Just add a little color, place it on my plate. This is great for an appetizer or dinner, honestly. I'm gonna cut it open. You can hear how crispy that is. Oh my God. Oh yes. Look at that. The chicken, that Boursin cheese, the mushroom, everything good. And you can tell it is hot. Okay, but I'm going for it. Okay, this is delicious and so easy. I really hope you make this. And if you do, send me a picture. Yum.